Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video it's going to be another Halloween video, but this is kind of more of a non-scary Halloween look. I know not many people like to go gruesome or anything like that, so I thought I'd go really pretty, kind of butterfly, very editorial, beautiful look, and I really actually love how this turned out, so I hope you enjoy this video as well. So first of all, I'm taking my Makeup Revolution Ultra Primer. I'm not entirely sure of the name, but I'll leave it linked down below, just to act as my primer. Then I went with the Collection Illuminating Touch Foundation. I have the lightest shade, I believe. Pop this all over my face, then used the Real Techniques sponge to blend this into my skin. Then I'm taking my Sleek Correct and Concealer palette and taking the concealer, and again just using the sponge to pop this in my usual areas, so under my eyes, on my chin. I think I do pop it a little bit down the centre of my face as well, because it does highlight a little bit, which I really like. Then actually to set everything, I'm taking my MUA Strobe and Glow kit, and I'm taking the powder from it. It's a very fine powder which has specks of gold in it, and I thought actually for this look it would be really pretty to set the entire face using this, just to create a really lovely shimmer to the skin. And I think it worked really well because it did actually set my concealer perfectly in my whole face, but it just also meant that it gave my face a nice glow as well. Then I'm just taking a black eyeliner to map out where I want both the butterflies to be. I have to say the one below my eye went much better than this one here. This one resting on my eyebrow I did not enjoy at all, but I kind of just went with it and I think it looked okay in the end. Then I'm taking this Kiko eyeshadow stick in this beautiful blue shade and popping this all over my lids just to kind of act as a base for the rest of the colours. And then the main eyeshadow palette I used for today was a Makeup Revolution one. It was their Ultimate Colour Chaos palette, I believe it's called. I just took this blue shade just to kind of set that cream stick in place. Then I went in with this purple shade just to start buffing out the blue shade and also just creating a really nice transition. So I popped this into the crease and above as well. I definitely recommend putting a little bit on your brush and doing it that way. I kind of put too much on my brush and then had to really blend it out using a fluffy brush. It's always best to take a little bit at a time so you can build up rather than going crazy like I did, but it was okay in the end. Then I took a mixture of these bluey green tones and I packed this all over the lid. As you can see, it created a really beautiful kind of green turquoise colour to the lid. It's absolutely beautiful. I love like greens, blues and purples together. I just think it's a really beautiful look. It's kind of like a mermaid colour look, but I'm using it in this butterfly tutorial instead. So using that same fluffy brush just to blend everything out. Then I wanted to go with a slightly deeper purple. I took this, really focused this into the crease and also on the outer corner just to create some depth to the outer section of my eye. It's a really pretty kind of bluey purple as well, so it really tied in with the rest of the eye colours. Again, blending out with that fluffy brush. I'll leave all the brushes down below that I use just in case you're curious. Then I took this vibrant pink colour on that fluffy brush because I really just wanted to further intensify the eye and just really smoke it out. So I took this pink shade right above the crease and I kind of went back and forth and really smoked it almost to my brow. Not quite, but very close, and brought it right in as well to the inner section, just so it looked a bit more editorial like and just really smoked out. And then I just kind of went back in with all the colours again just to re-intensify certain areas. So I'm going back in with that mixture of the greeny blue colours just to intensify the lid section. And then I moved on to the lower lash line, and I'm literally using the exact same colours. So I started off with that mixture of the two blue-green colours, pop this mainly on the inner third. Then I took the lighter of the two purples that I used on the outer corners. And then I went over the top of kind of both colours with the bright pink and really kind of brought the colour down quite low, lower than I usually would, just to create a really quite dramatic look. Then I took this silver colour from the palette and popped this on my inner corners of my eyes just to add some sparkle there and just open up the eyes. Then I took this MUA liquid liner just to create a winged liner. And this is the first time I actually tried this liner out and I really liked it. It's very black, which I love because sometimes drugstore liners aren't always, and this is MUA, so MUA is a very, very cheap brand as well. The one thing I would say is that it dries very quickly, so if you're trying to fix things, it's not always the easiest, but it's quite hard to get off as well, which is kind of good in the long term really. But there's something to bear in mind, you have to work quite quickly with the product, but it is very intense colour and lasts a long time, which is amazing. Then I just coated my upper and lower lashes with the Kiko mascara and then went in with some black eye pencil in the waterline. Then I moved on to the butterflies, and again I'm just taking the exact same colours, kind of in the same order as you'll see here. So starting off with the blue cream pencil, setting it with the blues, then going in with that light purple, kind of blending it out slightly. Then I took that darker purple and really focused this on the outer sections of the eyes, of the butterfly in fact. Then I went back in with the blues just to kind of blend everything together, and I literally do the exact same thing on the other eye. So I'm really just kind of, there's no real logic to this, I'm just picking up the exact same colours, kind of blending them all together to create the look that I wanted, that I thought looked nice. Then I went back in with the MUA liquid liner just to go around the outside of the butterflies again, and I also use it to kind of create the details inside as well. Now this was a point I realised it's hard to fix this liner because I mess up this side of the butterfly when I'm outlining it ever so slightly, and it was just a real pain to try and remove and apply again, but I made it work in the end, I think. So like I said, I'm applying some details into the middle, so kind of the body of the butterfly, and then I added some details onto the wings as well. And then I went back over it with some of the pink just to kind of blend in the lines, because I didn't want the inner details to be particularly harsh, so that just kind of helped. Then I applied these false eyelashes. I believe these are, didn't have the box for these. I believe they're Eyelure lashes. I think they were ones that Pixie Lot had picked out were a favourite, and these are like textured, so they're kind of almost double lashed, which I think are really pretty. And I go back in with the liner afterwards to cover that glue, because I did put way too much glue on that lash, as you can see. So I just go back in with the liner just to cover the band and the glue. And then I move on to face. So I'm taking that pink shade I used earlier. I'm actually using this to contour my face. I thought it would be quite fun to use colours to contour the face rather than using the usual colours, and I think this turned out really well actually. I just took a little bit at a time and really built it up, and I intensified it a bit with this purple shade. So I do the cheekbones, I bring it around the temples as well, ever so slightly, along the jawline, which I thought looked really nice, and a little bit down the nose as well to contour the nose slightly. I just really love how that looked. Then I just thought I needed to add some golden bronze to my skin, so I took my Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Bronzer in Golden Days just to ever so lightly bronze up my skin. Then I'm taking this Makeup Revolution highlighter, I believe it's in the shade Exhale, and I popped a little bit on top of the butterflies on my brow bone, and then I highlighted my usual areas, so down the centre of my nose, my cupid's bow, and obviously along the cheekbones as well. And then I moved on to lips. It was kind of a mismatch of what I was doing on my lips. I kind of applied products and applied other ones on top, kind of changing the idea in my head as I went along, so I didn't know really what I was trying to do with the lips, but eventually I got an idea. So I first of all decided to take that same blue eyeshadow stick from Kiko, and I was going to kind of leave it there and do like an ombre look with this purple pencil from Barry M, but I didn't quite like the colour of it. I thought it was too light a blue in comparison to the rest of the look. So as you'll see in a minute, I go in with that, I think it's the lighter of the purple shades I used for the eyes, and literally just dabbed it all over the lid, all over the lip in fact. It created a really pretty kind of metallic look to the lip as well, and because I dabbed it on you could still see some of that blue underneath, so it created a real dimension to the lip, I thought. And I just think this kind of colour suited the whole eye look much better. And then I did apply a bit more of the blue stick just in the centre, just to really kind of go for the ombre look. Then I ever so lightly curled my hair. Nothing, I wasn't too neat about this because I didn't want it to be too neat. Then I just twisted 2 strands of hair from either side and clipped it back. And this is for where the butterflies are going to sit in my hair. And this got changed several times, as you'll kind of see throughout. This really was, I kind of had an idea when I sat down to film this, and it kind of changed as I went along. But that's just the fun of makeup. You can just change it up and see what you kind of come up with. So I picked up these decorative stickers from Poundland. And they kind of come with these. Initially I tried to glue them onto hair grips, but it didn't quite work. They actually have these, as you saw, these 2 sticky bits on the back, which actually stuck to the hair really well and stayed in. They actually kind of hurt to pull out the hair again at the end. But as you see, I kind of put different colours in my hair, and then I realised I didn't want the pinks. I think the pinks didn't work, so I stuck with the blues and the greens instead. And I literally just popped them along the twist that I created. Initially I just put some on each side, And then I realised I actually wanted to create a butterfly crown out of it. So I just quickly pinned a bit of the hair back because I realised it was covering up that little butterfly on my eyebrow, even though it was a bit of a dodgy butterfly, but still wanted it on show. And then I just kind of created like a butterfly crown, like I said. I think it looked really pretty with this entire look. And that's the look finished. So I really hope you enjoy this non-scary Halloween look. It's definitely, I absolutely love the colours that I used in this. I just really loved how this turned out actually, and I think it worked well. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video.